Hello, and thank you for being here today. Today's webinar is about the benefits portal for full-time employees. So let's get started. So the platform that we use for benefits enrollment is called Benefit Focus. It lets you make any changes that you want except retirement, which we're hoping is coming later this year. So this is where you go if you have an qualifying event change during the year, or if you are a new hire, or open enrollment is the same place. So there are a few different ways to get in. You can look at different plans, see what's covered, who's covered, what's available to you, and costs. So there are 3 different ways to get into the portal. The first one I think is the easiest. It's single sign-on. So the way you access this is through your My SLCC page. You want to click on your employee tab and then on the benefits enrollment. And then it will take you to the communication portal where you can learn about which benefits are offered to you. If it does ask you to log into your Office 365 account, it's the same login as your My SLCC page. Accessing the portal, step number 2, way number 2, is through direct login. So this one, we have a link for the website on the open enrollment page. We also have it on the benefits page. There are also instructions posted on those pages to how to get in. So everybody's username is the letters SLCC S0, and then whatever your S number is. So it's unique to everybody, and everybody's password, unless you've already reset it, is your social security number with the hyphens in it. So once you log in, it will ask you to change your password because we don't want you to have your social as your password, and I'm sure you don't either. So step number 3, or way number 3, is through the app. So you can download the app through whatever store you use to download apps. It's free. This one actually requires you to to change your account information, your password, through step number 2, or way number 2. You have to change your password from your social to a new password before it will let you log on through the app. So I listed a bunch of different changes that can be made during open enrollment. Ton of different ones. There's some that you can make during the year at any time, like the HSA, you can change that amount anytime. You can change your beneficiaries anytime, identity protection, pet insurance, home or auto insurance. Those you can change at any time. So we want you to make sure that all your dependents are on your insurance that you want. And we also want you to make sure that your beneficiaries are up to date and correct. And then any changes you want to make are until May 21st is the last day. So once you log in through one of the 3 different methods that you've chosen, it will take you to this page. So this page is the communication portal, or you can learn about the benefits that are offered to you. This information of what benefits are offered is also on the website for HR's page on the SLCC website. So if you click at the headers at the top, it will tell you more information, but that one is for the current plan year, and anything starting July 1 is currently on the open enrollment page of the SLCC website, but starting in July, it will be on this page. But anyway, when you're here, it will tell you different changes that have been made for open enrollment and what's staying the same. But when you're ready to enroll, you can click on the button that says click here to enroll. It will take you to this page. There are some menu items on the left, and then in the middle and on the top right, there's a button that says get started. So if you were to come in here during the middle of the year, you would go to the menu on the left to make any changes you wanted. But since we're during open enrollment, we want to click on get started. So it will take you to this question about tobacco use. So the Hartford Critical Illness Insurance Plan charges different rates if you are a tobacco user. So that's the reason why we have this nicotine question if you've used it in the last 12 months. And so the rates are based on your age, how much coverage you want, the coverage amount, and whether you're a nicotine user. So that's the only reason that we ask that question. So the next step of where it will take you, it says all of your dependents. And whether they are currently on your plan or have been on your plan within the past year, they may appear here. It doesn't mean that they're on all of your benefits. It just means they have been at one point in the past year or currently are on the plan. So when you get in, it won't look exactly like this, but it's very similar where it has the open enrollment heading and it has which medical and dental and vision you're currently enrolled in, if at all. So when you're here, you would want to click edit coverage. So one of the options available clicking on the medical is comparing to your current benefits. That's one question we get a lot is what am I currently enrolled in? You can find it here in the portal to see what you're currently enrolled in, what plan, what network, and who's on your plan. I added this page in just to make sure that it's more clear of how to add your dependents to your plan. So everybody, all of your dependents that you listed in the beginning are now listed at the top of the page. And if you click their name, it will turn green. Green means good to go, that they're going to be on your plan. So if you don't want them on your plan, make sure their name is listed in white. So don't select anything or unselect them if you don't want them on your plan anymore. Another tool that you can use is the cost estimator. This one you can put in different costs of what you think may be happening during the year, kind of to look at what may be a better plan for you, which network may be better for you. And then if you need help choosing a plan, there's a tool for that. There's a pop-up on the screen that asks if you need help choosing the right plan, and you can click Get Started. The way to compare the plans is there is a little checkbox next to each of the plans and it says compare. So when you click the checkbox next to two of them, it will compare the two. So you can compare different networks, different plans side by side. It will compare the deductibles, the co-insurance, which is the amount you pay, the percentage, and the out-of-pocket maximums and more plan details. So this when you're ready, this is where you can go and select your plan. This is where you can click on plan details, plan documents. There are also plan details and plan documents on the open enrollment page. And then if you are enrolling in a health savings account, it's going to have a pop-up of a health savings agreement to say, you know, the IRS has specific rules about being on the HSA. Do you meet all of these specific requirements? Also, when you're enrolling in the HSA, it's going to ask you to click on, it's going to take you through the process, but when you're in there in the middle, it's going to have a big long document with a bunch of text, but in the middle, it's bolded. There is a link that is an e-consent form that will take you to the health equity consent form to change your HSA from National Benefit Service to Health Equity, which is where the college is going to deposit that HSA money. But if you miss it, we will also email it to you. So just watch for that when you're enrolling in the HSA. The next thing you can change is dental. One plan on this one, you can look at the plan documents, make sure your dependents are enrolled, the ones that you want. And then this is what the HSA e-consent form looks like, just a sample of what it looks like. Right in the middle, right in here is where you want to click that enrollment URL. And then the vision plan, we have a new one this year through Emeritus. And so when you're enrolling in the vision, both plans are free. You just have to select who you want on your plan and which plan you want. Do you want VSP choice network or do you want the iMed plan? So the flexible spending amount, this one is if you are not enrolled to HSA, you can enroll in this plan if you want. This one you can put an amount between $1 and $27.50 for the plan year, and it will just put in the amount. It will divide it up over 24 pay periods and then put the amount in each paycheck. So on this page, make sure you put the total amount for the year and it will divide it up for you. For the HSA, if that's the path you're going, it will ask you to acknowledge that you're not enrolled in Medicare. So that's what the pop-up is, because if you are enrolled in Medicare, then you're not eligible to enroll in HSA. This is what it looks like when you're enrolling in the HSA. It'll ask you if you want to contribute. You don't have to get the college contribution. You can change this at any time if you want. And if you choose to contribute to your HSA, you can do an ongoing contribution and come in and stop it or change it at any time, or you can do a one-time contribution as well. So that one, you're also going to put in the total amount you want for the year, or it will tell you if you want per paycheck. So just make sure to look at which box it says if it wants per paycheck or per year. Then the next enrollment available for you to enroll in is dependent care flexible spending. So for the calendar year, the maximum is $10,500. So if you want this account for daycare services, this account is available for you. So this year you have to re-enroll in the HSA, the FSA, the dependent care flexible spending account. If you want those accounts for July, they will not roll over. So make sure you enroll in them. And then when you're done with that section, it will have a little summary. It summarizes every so often. So you just click save and it moves on to the next section. So the next section, I believe it's step number 9. It's not one that you require to go through, but it's a good one to review just to show that, by the way, you have life insurance through the college that they pay for. And then also to look at your beneficiaries. Are they up to date? Are they correct? If you want to change them, you can for sure change these at any time. If you want to add them, you just click on the add beneficiary button. It will ask you if it's a person, an organization, a trust, or an estate, and you can put in whichever one is applicable. It will also pull up your dependent list if you click on person, just because that's a fairly common choice for people is to put their dependents as their beneficiaries, but you are not required. You can put whomever you want. And then it will ask you to put in their information in case, hopefully not, but in case they need to be contacted. And then it wants you to say whether you want a person to be primary or secondary as your beneficiary and what percentage. So primary means the first person in life insurance when money would go to, and secondary is kind of like the backup. If the primary is gone, it would go to the secondary person. So you can have multiple primaries, multiple secondaries, as long as the percentages add up to 100%. The next section is accidental death and dismemberment. This is just, by the way, you have this, the college pays for it, not one you actually have to actively enroll in, it's just there. And then there's going to be a summary of additional accidental death and additional life insurance. So if you want to change those or you want to enroll in them, just make sure you go look through them. They will not be an active enrollment where you have to pick every single one, but you can just scroll and they will be there for you to change if you want to. Additional life insurance, just to show you what it looks like. It's based on your salary increments of 1, 2, 3, or 4. If you go from 0 to, so nothing, to 1, 1 to 2, or 2 to 3 times your salary, you will not be asked evidence of insurability questions. So these are questions that the life insurance company uses to either approve or deny your request to change your life insurance. So if at any time you get to 4 times your salary in additional life insurance, or you go from 1 to 3, then they will ask you these evidence of insurability questions. So also it will say the semi-monthly cost on here. And this one, you can only change open enrollment. You can lower it at any time though. And then this is just a sample page of what it looks like. If you have evidence of insurability, the life insurance company will contact you once open enrollment is done of how to complete the evidence of insurability. Just another view that they're going to contact you. So spouse life insurance, this one you can change, you can keep. If you don't have any or you want to increase spouse life insurance, they will ask medical questions or evidence of insurability. You will also be contacted for that after open enrollment is done. This is just what it looks like. You select your spouse's name and then you select the amount you want, or you can decline it, totally up to you. And then child life insurance, you're welcome to choose this one. You can pick all or one of your children. The price is the same, no matter how many children that you select. And just a view of it, children can be covered up to 26. If they are 26 or older, they need special permission from Regents to be on your plan as a incapacitated dependent. So if that's you, just contact us and we can help you steer you in the right direction to get that started. Additional accidental death and dismemberment. This is just additional. If you want it, you don't have to take it, but if you want to, you can definitely do this one. You can enroll in it or increase it without any evidence of insurability. That one does not apply to accidental death and dismemberment. But you do have to enroll in additional in order to get the spouse or child accidental death and dismemberment. So if you want it for your spouse, just select your spouse's name and then check which amount you want. This one you can lower at any time as well. And then child accidental death and dismemberment, you can select one or all of your children. Again, same price. And then just make sure your children or children's name appear in green and they will be covered on the plan. Long-term disability, just more of a, by the way, the college has a long-term disability policy on you. This one is just there. It doesn't require an active enrollment. It's just there to let you know that you have this coverage. The next section that it has, if you want to change it, you can. If not, it will just be there where you don't actively have to change it. It's just as part of the benefits list. But one of these is critical illness, which is the next step after life insurance and accidental death and dismemberment. So for critical illness, if you're wondering what these different plans are, critical illness, hospital indemnity, accident, elite coverage, we will be having a webinar from the Hartford that goes over all these details. You can also see their plan documents on the open enrollment page. So critical illness, this is where you select who you want on your plan. Make sure the names appear in green at the top, and then you can select who you want on your plan: employee only, employee and spouse, employee and children, employee and family. And then it will list the cost. My screenshot just doesn't have the cost listed, but it will. And then it's based on a dollar amount coverage. And then if you're the tobacco user, this is where that question comes into play. Hospital indemnity is another selection for you. If you want to enroll in this one, you can. If not, you don't have to. You can decline it. And then the accident insurance. This one is different from accidental death and dismemberment because it's not necessarily dismemberment, meaning like you lost a limb. This would be like if you got like in a car accident and you had to get an x-ray. So it's a little bit less intense on the insurance compared to accidental death and dismemberment. The next one you do actively have to decline or accept is identity protection, which can be enrolled in at any time. So this one, you can select your dependents on it and say if you would like it. This one is self-pay. So that means that they're going to charge you monthly and it doesn't come out of your paycheck. It actually comes from your checking account, your debit card, your credit card, or another account that you choose to set up. This is with Allstate. Allstate should have a video up that talks about the plan available on the open enrollment page if you want to learn more. And then legal insurance, we have two different options for you: divorce and without divorce. This one is more of a long lasting, more than for like a year, more than a legal question. So this one, you actually cannot enroll anytime. You have to have either a qualifying event to enroll. That would be something like marriage, divorce, having a child, things like that. There is a list on the HR page if you want what things are eligible. But this one is also self-pay. You get to pick which plan you want, if any, and it's charged per month to one of your personal accounts and it comes out of there. And it actually doesn't come out of your paycheck. So this one would be something that would be more long-term legal services. Liberty Mutual is there. You do not have to enroll in it. It's just hanging out there. If you want Liberty Mutual to contact you about home or auto insurance discounts available to SLCC employees, you can put in your information, or you can go to libertymutual.com/SLCC and you can get the information there, or it's on the open enrollment page. And then make sure when you're ready, you click on complete enrollment. It will tell you that you're done because a confirmation page will pop up. If you want benefit detail report, you can pick that view instead or in addition to. It will tell you what coverage you enrolled in, effective dates for it, who you enrolled in it. And then if you selected one of those self-pay benefits, it will ask you to set up payment. And this is just a screenshot of what it looks like when you are ready to set up that payment. And then if you're looking for pet insurance, we had to put it a little bit different place, but you can access this one all year. Any employee can enroll in it. It is petinsurance.com/SLCC, or you can go to the left-hand side and shops and offers is one of those buttons. If you click on shops and offers, pet insurance is right at the bottom. We also have a webinar that Nationwide performed that we will get posted. And then last, if you have any questions, we have one-on-one benefits assistance. We have 4 different sessions where myself, Patty, and Carol will be sitting in a Zoom room, and we can go into breakout rooms. So you can ask us any questions that you want. We can help you enroll. We're just doing it virtually this year. So if you have questions, come check it out. We will be there. If we don't get back to you on your email the same day, we will get back to you as soon as we can. So please let us know if you have any questions, and thanks for coming today.